G'day and welcome back to our Ulmighty campaign. This one's going to be a big one. We are going to go to war with Naples, then we're going to declare on Bohemia, and I don't know, we'll lose our alliance with the Pope, hopefully, so we can go and eat them as well. Renewed loan. Okay, make clever vote for us has just happened, which should mean that, right, we just scored Austria as well. He would have flipped to them and they would have flipped away from us. Okay, next mission. Keep Portugal out of Italy. Yeah. Every province in the Italian region owned by you will get protected Italian interests for 10 years, temporarily increasing production efficiency and tax income by 1. Cool. Never seen that mission before. We'll take it. Just means taking Sicily from Portugal. So that'll be the war we do after these couple of wars coming up. Now, we do want to pass Eviger Landfrieda, but we can't do that until we've done the war against Bohemia anyway. I've already added everything to the HRE, except these bits of Europe, because we need some Ottoman lands here to be able to actually pass it around to this side, because you can't do it through Shivan and you can't do it across the Caucasus. So, that'll be later. Naples. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for August, so that we can do this. The extra morale of armies should be fun. Too few rivals. Alright, let's go ahead and rival Ming, Mali. We're never going to go to Africa. I guess we'll do Ming, even though we don't want to go over there either. It's fine. We will rival the Ottomans, though, after we've finished expending them in these couple of wars. Do you want to break up his alliances? Nuremberg and Slim. Yeah, all his alliances are fine. Alright, stop trying to improve with Clev. Recall. So we should have all the votes now. Again, Memmingen lovers. Okay, we get the idea for morale of armies. Tech is 4 years off, so that's fine. We'll go to war with Naples, declare this. Austria, Nuremberg, Sardinia. Can they call in anybody useful? Naples, Lorraine. We don't need to go to war with Lorraine, do we? No. Nuremberg's the only other one. And we don't want Nuremberg to call in Bohemia. So who else was it? Austria. Austria's an elector now. No, we don't need to co-belligerize anybody in this one. So, do that. Ottomans are going to come in. We'll call in the Pope with promise of territory. Then we won't give him any. He'll just be our buffer to let us do other bits up here that we're waiting on. Looks good. Looks good. Confirm that. So, our side kind of outnumber them. 10 to 1. Still 10 to 1. Alright. Sardinia have honoured. Austria have honoured. Nuremberg have honoured. We will just quickly smash the Nurembergers. You know what? After we've done that, this guy is going to come over to Pilsen to get ready to kill the Bohemians. And I'll switch the siege guy, Marcus Köln, over to there to stay in Nuremberg and do that level 9 fort. France, hopefully, will go over and deal with Austria. That's Austria, and Sundgau is still Austrian. I think we'll take Sundgau off his hands. And we should have this army marching around as well. Can't join them up yet. They're going to go wait in Danzig, so I can call them in against Bohemia, if I remember. Yeah, they're too far apart to join. Alright, truce with Ming is over. Now, the Ottomans v Russia. Hopefully, them being in this war will mean they'll peace out of that one sooner. Countries at war, yes we are. And our boats did get across here. Forgot to actually check. Need to land troops in Corsica eventually. Alright, conversions. A couple of quickies. Peace offer from Austria. He wants out already. Where it doesn't matter which one he takes. Let's let Austria keep that one. Could we just sue for peace now? We'll take Fart. That's 14. That's 9. We'll take this one then. So wait for France to finish that. And the Pope is down there doing this. Yeah, we're going to take all of Naples. I imagine that's all of his land down here. He's 43%, yep. Right, and we've got no extension at the moment. Absolutism could be a bit higher to help out. It's going to tick up naturally. Legitimacy is also coming up to raise that to 90. I really just want to get started on this one, so screw it. Declaring war on them, nobody can join. Ottomans are the big one. Liberation of Bremi. Where is Bremi? Bremen. We could force them to actually give that back, and then we'll have... Yeah, we'll do that. Try and remember to force them to give this back to Bremen. We're going to do imperialism, though. Can't remember. Does this let you do it anyway? Extra prestige just for that one. Was there... Liberation of vassals. Liberation of countries. Yeah, the cost isn't too different, so we'll just go imperialism. Alright, we confirm that. These guys have arrived. We need to give them... Go for Philipp Wilhelm von Schöneck. He can come over, well, go directly there. These guys are going to fight in the farmlands, probably a river crossing, so we have one maneuver. He has, no, he has two maneuver. But he's dead, so that's fine. Absolutely destroyed his army in the first fight. Still got somebody over there. Maybe France will go and sort that out for us. Okay, fortress in Hamburg is under attack. That's alright. No, we can't call anybody into this. Be nice to call Brandenburg in. We couldn't anyway. 3 years. Fair enough. Alright, so he's got a number of forts. We can lose prestige more than Diplo. Alright, won the siege of Prague. Get down to Rakusi. That should be a quick one. Peace offer from Austria. They're still going on there. Alright, he was... yeah, trying to get his mercenaries out. Alright, that should be quick. Ottomans, alright. Russia will cede 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the Ottomans. Renounce claims. Gives up claims in the Ottomans. Forced to give ducats. Fine. So, yeah, they kind of expanded out there. We're still 4 years before we could get in. Can't remember what the Cossacks do if they win. If they break the country. Which probably should happen. That's a pretty big stack. Alright, Brunswick is under attack. It doesn't matter. We can invest in administrative efficiency. We'll try to remember to do this before we piece anybody out. Alright, Kulding is under attack. Not really. We have one, Horniluzic. Now, he doesn't have enough men there. A little buddy. So we get over to Cheb. Or we could just go kill his army. It's a 3-4 versus a 4-1. I think that should be doable. Let's do it. Yep, going through Brunswick anyway. Alright, one Rakusi. Let's go up to Cheb. Take Nuremberg soon. Remember to, you know, probably forget. Remember to force their religion is all we're really trying to do with them. Take some cash as well. Nothing wrong with keeping some free cities around. Alright, they're dead. Monthly tick on the way past, so all the men come through and up. And over here. That's a nice roll. We've won Nuremberg. He rolled a couple of zeros in a row. So there goes his army. We'll go over to Bremen. This dude's only got one siege, so we can actually flip this guy up from this army. And he can become 2 siege. Who we're at war with? He's doing that. You know what? Probably want to finish these guys off first so we can get the peace treaty done before we deal with Naples and the rest of them. Okay. Kill some of them. They can leave whenever they're ready. It's all good. Austria, we will get started on. So we're going to take Sundgau off their hands. And we'll take whatever small amount of cash they have. We will get some war reps. And we do want some prestige. There is an ongoing battle. Okay. Down there. Holy crap. We've won Cheb. Didn't take long. Alright, what else do we want to do? Just get rid of Austria's alliances for no particular reason. Sounds good. Alright, they're out. We'll call this 1. And then Cheb was done. So we're at war with them, but the Pope's doing it all. How many men does the Pope have? That is the wrong war. Alright. The Papal State. Pretty much the same as us. He's got less cavalry, and he's got a lot less artillery, but he's the same number of infantry. Alright, good to know for when we break the alliance with him. Alright, doing 2 sieges. These guys should actually make their way over to Corsica under Ludwig Wilhelm. Okay. That'll be 2 quick dips across there. This dude... Who are we going to war with next? Portugal. Let's go start standing over here. We'll line up against them. We got these guys down, so... Yeah, it's... you have to take the Pyrenees to be able to get past anywhere. These guys are going to go straight for Granada. Or they could get up to Toledo. That's an 8. That's an 8. Yeah, it's not going to be good however we try and go. Alright, but it's about to be January. So, we will go 2 years ahead of time for administrative. Which means we can make some more states. Which ones are going to make us the most money? I would say Holland should. Netherlands make a good amount. And Wallonia... Yeah, let's go Wallonia and Liège. And then, what's this? Burgundy. We've got Burgundy and we've got Lorraine. We've got Liguria. Slovakia looks like a pretty big one. You know what, screw it. Let's just go... No. Alright, look at it money-wise. That's 3 ducats. That's 0.6. Alright, well I guess we'll just do Genoa. Good for them. We can still make more. So, sure, Slovakia. You can only have... Yeah, so that was our limit. But we need to get some more cores knocked out. So let's spend all of our points. We'll do that by overextension. It's fine. And... we are focused on administrative with a level 3 in there. Ethiopia's bankrupt. Be nice to take advantage of. Alright, Naples and... well, they're both pretty much dead now. Because that dude went through there. I'm just going to take that. Alright, Corsica is done. This is a straight crossing. We have 1 maneuver. He has 3. We have nobody with better maneuver. I think we're just going to take the hit. So, let's put 6-2 in charge. And we'll head over this way. Wait until next month, get the men back in. Russia ceded stuff. Alright, so 1 siege of Bremen. Alright, Bohemia 1 out. Nuremberg, I'd completely forgotten about. Alright, sue for peace with them. We get a little more cash. Don't need to enforce access. Could do with prestige. So, send this. Just make sure. Convert to Catholic. It's the only bit that matters. Good thing about the Free City is he's automatically Catholic. Doesn't have to convert anything. Battle of the Ligurian Sea. We lost 1 ship. Really? Unfortunately, the navy's merged as well. So we need to split these guys off. And do we want to focus down here or up there? That's a ridiculous amount of trade value on that node. Right then. They will protect trade in the English Channel. Does this tell you... yeah, English Channel 13, Lübeck 22, Vienna 23, just because we have a lot more trade value there. Got a lot in Krakow. But how much is it worth? 0. Okay. Royal marriage offer from Britain. Who is von der Mark? We're going to decline royal marriages until we need them, because we want legitimacy up. Let's knock out the next couple of conversions. Now, the coring... No. These guys just go stand in Sassari. It's nice that we don't even have the straight crossing there at the moment. And then these guys... Well, they're already doing the blockade for us. Thank you, Papal State. And we're not going to declare war on Portugal until we've got this army back over. Alright. Clergy and the nobles want more land. You know what? I probably saw that. Didn't even take any notice of it. Which one am I looking for? This one. This one? States, yeah. Okay, they can only be given land in the Commonwealth. So, first things first. Königsberg should be for the nobles. Province is in a territory. Is it, though? Königsberg. No, it shouldn't be. Great Britain declared war on Klima. Alright, so, not allowed to hand them over. What can we do? Nothing up there. Danish stuff we can. So, Sealand for the nobility. Can't do there, because that's probably not Denmark. Clergy. Comes up to 13.5. They already have Schleswig. They can have Holstein. And Dithmarschen. Increasing autonomy, of course. Clergy then need 0.1 more. They can have Leonberg. That's fine. Alright, so they'll all trend upwards again. Papal influence is coming. Oh, we're actually capped on papal influence too. So, let's go... Do we need inflation reduction? We could use it. Alright, forgive our usury. National tax modifier, prestige, legitimacy, dude. Could be good. Diplo rep, it's always great. Now, France. When was our inheritance of them coming around? 1746, we'll be able to find out if they're inheritable. They have a lot of provinces there. Alright, one Sassari. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. What's he got? He's got a 1-2. It's Highlands, but we have a 6-2. And we got 114 discipline. If we got the absolutism up, then we could do... No, or is it one of these? Have at least... No, 125. I think it's 115. Alright, never mind. So they had actually pretty... the Ottomans are there. They had pretty kick-ass morale. Alright, it's the end of them. Who else is left? Nothing. Alright, so we want to piece Sardinia out first. Have to be careful that the Ottomans don't get involved in the Bohemian War. So, super piece there. We want 1, 2, 3. Ton of cash to pay off a debt. And they cease to exist, so we can't do anything else. Aggressive expansions, no problem at all. Let's go with that. All good. So, start coring it when possible, which is just now. And yeah, these guys are going to come over to Narbonne. Now, we don't want to piece Naples out, although, yeah, they're still allied with the Ottomans. Okay, in that case, we'll super peace. At the moment, we can take 83.4% overextension. Now, we're going to leave them with Vestulent, because it's the same sea zone as this. First thing, that's so that they can be given stuff as one of our dudes when they become our vassal. Release Bremen. If he released Denmark, where is it even saying he's going to do it? He doesn't have any land up there. How is he releasing them? Yeah, it is there. So, no, they have to release Bremen. If you release Hesse, it's 2 provinces. If you release Saxony, unfortunately we don't need electors anymore, so no, we'll just take the rest of this for ourselves. Take them and them. What do we say? 87 point something. Let's take his capital to be annoying. Get him a bit further away from Brandenburg. That's slightly too much. Let him keep his capital then. Do this by overextension. Not doing Vestland. Horny Lusich. Alright, save that. Need to check it. 81.4. Sounds about as good as we're going to get. Then you'll have 4 provinces left. We'll take these 3 in another war at some point. Let's try this again. It never seems to actually hold. Paper State as a rival, Great Britain as a rival, that's fine. We'll take some war reps and some money. And forcing his religion we actually need to do. That's perfect. Okay, and we can do this right now. Nobody particularly cares. Alright, knock that out. So, forced him to give up his alliance with the Ottomans. And it has actually worked this time. And the clergy want more land. They can take... I don't know, what are we actually allowed to give them? They can have, like, Meppen. There you go, clergy. They're on 10.3, they're on 15.2. Take them away later. Alright. So, problem with that is we're going to have this overextension for a long time. Particularly since we want to take Naples land. We can just feed it to the happy dude. If we... No, it's occupied by the Pope. Because we promised him land, didn't we? Alright. Well, if we hand this over to Happy Face, then we can just piece them out now. We're not going to give the Pope... No, we will give the Pope land. He'll owe us favours and we'll call him in against Portugal. Cool. Lucania becomes... You know what? He can have whatever he wants. Owes us 14 favours when we do it. We take their cash. This is not the end of them, because the Pope doesn't want that, but he won't hand it over. We'll take war reps. We'll force his religion, so we'll have to convert whatever that province is. Cosenza. Don't need to force access. That'll do us there. Send that. Alright, those wars are over. Now, that should mean that... No, there's still one heretic, which was one of these other guys. Not Nuremberg. Switzerland, Mecklenburg? No, Lorraine. No, it was somebody who was reformed. Clev, Memmingen. Well, it can't be any of the electors. Ah, of course, Bremen is now. We'll just enforce his religious unity. Costs us 1, but gets rid of that heretic prince thing. So it should be worth it in the long run. He's done it, so why are you still saying... Is that update at the end of the month? So it says there's a heretic prince. Not him, not us, not Bremen. Bohemia, I just forced them to convert to Catholic as part of the peace deal. That's ridiculous. Alright, so the question is... Do we have the ability to add anything else to the HRE? We actually don't yet, do we? As soon as these are finished coring, we can. Alright, so there's no reason not to go to war with Portugal. There will be internal peace in the Empire, because there's not many people left in the Empire. He's going to start voting for himself soon too. And then after a war with Bohemia, we can do Ewige Landfriede. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so those guys are in. These boats are repairing. That's all fine. If we want to declare war on Portugal, we can call in the Ottomans for land. We can call in Great Britain. Good. The Pope is close. So we just have to wait for their war exhaustion to come down. That's going to get us back to war with Austria. Alright, they're influencing them. Do we have another army? We do. So we'll get out of Bremen. We'll come and stand I don't know. Freigraf shafts will be good enough. Then we'll get Austria out of the war quickly. Corruption grows. Suffer casualties. Overextension is slightly high. Alright, we're going to go for missionary strength. And need to knock these out whenever we have the option to. Alright, Alliance offer from Memmingen. He's got a 10 stack. We have reached our limit. We're not going to... No, it's fine. Alright, well, we'll take a short break here, and when we come back, we will do the big war against Portugal. Try and take Granada for the centre of whichever one it was. Colonialism's birthplace. And then that will give us the opportunity to start a golden era, because we'll have 3 objectives fulfilled. We'll get the points faster, so we'll knock out another one of these, and it'll be great. So, thanks for watching, I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope to see you again soon. See you later.